Hi, I'm Andy Charles, and I'm a solution-focused clinical hypnotherapist and psychotherapist. Now, I imagine that you're here today because you're wanting to deal with some emotions or behaviors that are just stopping you from being who you want to be. Maybe you're dealing with anxiety or stress or anger or depression, or you're just feeling a bit stuck or not coping the way that you normally do. Well, I've helped many people with all of these issues and many others using a combination of talking therapy and hypnotherapy. Now, I'll explain some of the conditions that solution-focused hypnotherapy can really help with in a moment. But first, I just want to talk a bit about my sessions, as you may have tried other therapies and you're wondering, well, what's so different about all of this? Okay, well, let's start by debunking some myths about trance and hypnotherapy. Okay, so trance. Trance is a really natural state. There's nothing mysterious about it. We go into trance at various points throughout the day. So you could be out for a long walk, you could be pottering about in the garden, you could be working out at the gym or just listening to your favorite piece of music, and you're really relaxed and almost in a bit of a daydream. Well, that's trance. That is a form of trance. It's when your mind is calm. You're totally in control. I'm going to repeat that because I get asked this a lot. You are totally in control. But more importantly, your mind is highly receptive when it's in that state. And so hypnotherapy, that's just the practice of moving you into this state gently and safely, and utilizing this state to enable the subconscious mind to take on new ways of seeing things and new ways of doing things. So my sessions are an hour long, and the first part of the session, that's the talking therapy part, where I just check in with you, I see what's going on with you that day, that moment, and then I work with you bit by bit, session by session, to move you closer to where you want to be. And it's a team effort because I guide and I encourage, but I use your input to tailor the session to your needs that day, but always with the bigger picture in mind. I'll also explain what's going on in your brain and in your body when you're experiencing what you don't want to experience. And I'll also explain what's happening when you are experiencing exactly what you want to experience. Because I think once you know what's going on, you can start to recognize what's happening. And that's a really vital step in taking control. So the second part of the session, that is the deeply relaxing hypnotherapy part, where all of the good work that you've done in the first half gets a chance to filter down into your subconscious and start to make the changes that you want to see. It's the bit that my clients absolutely love because they come out of trance feeling really relaxed and reinvigorated. I'll also set some simple and relaxing exercises for you to do in between sessions because there's a chunk of time that we don't see each other. So the work needs to continue and, more importantly, strengthen. Actually, quite a few of my clients that have been through the therapy process with me still use these exercises daily to just enhance their mental well-being. And if you want to read about some of their experiences, just click on the testimonials bit. So that's the sessions. Now, what can solution-focused hypnotherapy really help with? Well, a lot is the short answer. In my practice, I find that people often present with anxiety and stress, anger, depression, quite frequently a combination of all three, or quite often an issue that can be traced back to one of these areas, even if it's not immediately apparent. So anxiety, if you're dealing with anxiety at the moment and you can't quite pinpoint where it's come from, that's actually really common because anxiety has a way of just creeping up on us until one day it's there in a way that we can't ignore. And it can bring with it feelings of just being on edge all of the time. You're constantly worrying and you're trapped in a cycle of negative thinking. Or maybe you're finding that you're flipping into anger in a way that you haven't done before. Perhaps people around you are saying to you that you're flying off the handle and you feel awful but you can't control it. Or maybe you're dealing with a low, depressed mood. You're finding it hard to concentrate, you're finding it hard to be motivated, and you're procrastinating in a way that you haven't done before. Well, the good news is that solution-focused hypnotherapy can really help with all of these areas and many others. It can really help with sleep problems and insomnia, feeling overwhelmed, home and work-life balance, relationship issues, low confidence, low self-esteem, PTSD, phobias, and much more. And unlike other therapies that you might be familiar with, it's time limited. We work quickly and we build on the gains that each session brings. So I see clients here at my home practice in South Buckinghamshire, surrounded by the beautiful Chiltern Woods, but I also see many clients nationally and internationally using online sessions. And if you've not considered online therapy, it's a great way to have therapy that just fits in with your schedule. There's no need to travel, and you can be in the comfort of wherever you happen to be. So I see clients both ways, face-to-face and online, and sometimes a combination of both. I also offer a free 1 hour, no obligation initial consultation where I can really find out in detail what it is that's going on with you, where you want to get to, and we can talk about working together to get you to that place. So get in touch. Let's book a phone chat or an initial consultation and start that process of change. I really look forward to hearing from you and of helping you find you again.